We'll go to Mike, who's been waiting in Panama for a long time. Thanks for waiting, Mike.
Yes, I have. Hi.
Hi. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mike. Please don't reach out from Panama and punch me in the face.
I knew it would take forever, and I'm awake now.
What if I hang up on you right now? You're just going to fly up here.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Okay, here's my problem. I have a lot of experience and have a mathematics degree, and all my life have been interested in everything scientific, from quantum theory to the universe. And I've got quite a bit of technical knowledge about it. But while describing this knowledge, I've had to use analogies for so long that I've managed to learn how to not to include mathematics, mainly through trial and error, lots of errors.
I have a friend who just gave me a paper.
Given questions you don't know. What I'm going to be doing, however, is I give talks down here in my retirement community. We have a lot of old farts like me who are fascinated, and I fill the auditorium with people who want to know. But I think I've made a mistake, a tactical mistake, because my next lecture is going to be questions and answers only on the universe. And those questions and answers I have not limited in any way. My wife said to me, Mike, gee, I think you stuck your foot in it because you're an atheist, and what are they going to do when they ask you about God and some of these questions? And I went, oh, boy. So I decided I need to call you guys, because I love your show, and ask you your advice on this. And I have a couple of things I'll tell you, then I want your answer. I said, number one, I can say head them off at the pass and make an announcement early, or only answer when it comes up. And I have a definite feeling I can't handle things the way you guys do, because you have license on the show because of its very nature, but I don't. So how do I handle theist questions about the universe without getting murdered, either figuratively or literally?
Well, I don't think that you advertised this talk or lecture or whatever, saying that you had the answers, all the answers as far as the beginning of the universe, things of that sort. But I would suggest that if you do get a question in regards to that, to keep it, mathematical, to keep it scientific, to say that if someone asks, well, did God create the universe or whatever else, you can say what we scientifically know at this time, that, there was a singularity at one point, the expansion, things of the sort. So you stick to those topics. And if someone wants to go the religious route, then I would say, hey, you may want to talk to your priest or pastor or whomever about that topic. They may have some more information on that I don't have. I'm here to talk about what we've known and discovered through scientific methods, things of that sort. That's your area of expertise. That's what you want to stick to, versus getting into the other thing. And it's not chagrining them. It's not. You're not being adversarial in it. You're just being honest. That's not your field of expertise, but you may want to check with someone who says that is their field of expertise, and stay within your own realm of what that your calculations or whatever you were going to actually present on.
You guys have really helped me, because that advice is part of my answer matrix I was contemplating. And fortunately, I've advertised it as there will be questions I don't have answers to.
Sure.
Because I'm only going to give current scientific knowledge about it, not what is absolutely true, which of course we can never know that.
Yeah, and I think
not necessarily never.
Is my mic on? Can you hear me? Is my mic on? I'm not hearing my mic.
Yes,
I can hear you through here. Yeah.
Okay. I turned it down and didn't hear myself. So the key things for me: make sure that they understand that science isn't about determining or pronouncing the truth. It's about coming up with probabilistic models that are the best descriptions of the universe, and those models are subject to revision. Number two, in a bit of serendipity, I have here a paper which was handed to me today by a friend of mine who gave a talk on this, and the title of the talk is "Which Cosmology Best Fits Observed Redshifts and Magnitudes of Normal Galaxies." Without going into it, as much as I dearly love my friend, I think he could benefit from some analogies as well, because there's a lot of fucking numbers on this page. And I love it, except that it's beyond me. I'm going to pour over this later and go, God, I can't wait till we get like Lawrence Krauss down here, and I can have him and my friend sit down and we can all talk, and I will sit there quietly and learn something. So science,
All right,
science isn't giving us truth.
You guys
you don't
have
have
given me the answer I've been looking for, which is don't head them off at the pass and make an announcement. Only answer when it comes up and do it in a judicious manner.
Yeah, well, you can go with it's Walter Ball's anecdote about Laplace presenting his findings to Napoleon about cosmology, and Napoleon basically said,
"Oh my gosh, I've read that."
Yeah, well,
and absolutely.
It probably didn't happen. This probably didn't actually occur. Basically, Napoleon asked Laplace, hey, why didn't you include a creator in this? And Laplace says, I had no need of that hypothesis. It's an anecdote, and but I think it comes back to what we were saying. That anecdote about Laplace and Napoleon is essentially what I was just saying, only much better worded by them.
Yeah.
And that is that, hey, we're trying to find out what the answer here is here, or come as close as we can to it. And the God hypothesis isn't really a hypothesis in the first place, but it also has no explanatory power. It doesn't educate us on anything. It is an attempt to solve a mystery by appealing to a bigger mystery. And so I'm here.
It's an easy answer. It's an easy answer.
Yeah, and I'm here to explain to you what the current understanding of science is based on the best information. And since we have no information about a God, we don't get to include that. But it may be the case that old farts or not, it just doesn't come up that these people might actually be interested in the science.
You've answered me, and I want to make a couple of comments and hang up. It'll be about 1 minute.
Okay, doke.
You mentioned about the phone on the desk is always going to be there.
No.
Remember that Einstein said that the moon is still there even if I'm not looking at it. So he was not a solipsist. And I think that you were hitting that point. Secondly, question. Do you want me to send you links that I like about further info on the universe in video or text formats that does not include mathematics?
I didn't hear the last part of that.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to include links? I'll send you an email that include links about further information on the universe, like loop quantum gravity and other crazy, wonderful theories, in video or text format links that do not include mathematics.
Oh, yeah. You can email TV at atheist-community.org.
I'll be happy to do that. And guys, thank you so much for your answers. Get somebody else on there that you can help.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, we can't promise to answer, and it's worth noting, you can always email TV at atheist-community.org. That goes to all the hosts and co-hosts, some of the people behind the scenes, as well as some of the board members of the ACA as well. We get tons of email, figuratively speaking, and can't promise to answer all of it. I'm currently a little over 2 weeks behind from even looking at email because I was on vacation, and I have 9,000 something unread emails.
A substantial amount of email comes in.
I'll never get to all of it, but we do try to read all of it, even if it's just a quick skim. And apologies to anybody who has anything serious and important that got lost in the flood. You weren't intentionally ignored. It's not that we read your email and decided, I don't want to talk to that person. It was probably more the case that it just fell into the void of emails. You can ask some of the people who've gotten responses from me and from other hosts on the show. Quite often, the biggest contributor or the biggest factor in whether or not you get a reply is whether or not I'm looking at my email inbox when it comes in. Because if I'm already sitting there in email answering mode and yours comes in, what's this? Oh, I can answer that. If instead it falls down, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 emails, I don't normally have the time to go digging. But as a reminder, after the show's over here in a couple minutes, we'll be going to, where the hell are we going?
Star of India.
Star of India. It's 2900 West End. I remember the address and not the name. 2900 West Anderson Lane. It's right there at the bottom of the screen. Let's try to take one more call.